Elizabeth Tudor is no longer the uncertain young queen. She has proven her right to rule. And now, England enters a new era, an era history will call the Golden Age. But what made this age so remarkable? It was not just Elizabeth's survival, but her ability to transform a fragile kingdom into a rising world power. Under her reign, art and culture flourished. The plays of William Shakespeare and the poetry of Edmund Spenser captured the imagination of a nation. England's theaters became places where all classes gathered, sharing in the same laughter, tears, and wonder. Meanwhile, across the oceans, a spirit of exploration gripped England. Figures like Sir Francis Drake and Sir Walter Raleigh sailed into the unknown, bringing back tales of discovery and laying the foundations for England's future empire. But the Golden Age was not without its shadows. Plots to overthrow Elizabeth never ceased. The greatest threat came from her cousin, Mary, Queen of Scots. For years, Mary was a prisoner in England, a living symbol for Catholic rebels who longed to see Elizabeth fall. In 1586, the Babington Plot was uncovered, a conspiracy to assassinate Elizabeth and place Mary on the throne. The discovery left Elizabeth with a terrible choice: execute her cousin or risk her kingdom. Finally, with a heavy heart, Elizabeth signed the death warrant. In 1587, Mary, Queen of Scots, was executed. Elizabeth never spoke of it again, but the threat was not over. 1 year later came the greatest challenge of all: the Spanish Armada. King Philip of Spain launched a massive fleet to conquer England and restore Catholic rule. At Tilbury, Elizabeth addressed her troops with words that would echo through history. "I have the body of a weak and feeble woman, but I have the heart and stomach of a king." The Armada was defeated, scattered by English firepower and the raging seas. Elizabeth emerged not just as a survivor, but as the symbol of a nation's strength. Her reign would continue for years, marked by prosperity, creativity, and power. When Elizabeth died in 1603, she left behind a kingdom transformed. England was no longer a vulnerable island, it was a rising force on the world stage. This was the legacy of Elizabeth I, the Virgin Queen, who reigned supreme in one of the greatest chapters of English history.